Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, guys. My name is Sean Dexter, and I welcome you to the Mango Grove for yet another altcoin analysis video. I have here with me Krisha. Krisha, say hi.
And what's up, you guys?
In this video, we'll be covering Cardano, ADA. Pronounce it how you will. All that matters to us is the price, either to the upside, either towards the downside. We can make money out of it regardless. And that's what we do over here at the Mango community. Krisha, Cardano, looking good, looking bullish. Closed the week really well. What are your thoughts?
It is basically what you said. It closed the week really well. It's looking good. It looks like a one-step continuation. But I think that what we should be talking about actually was your last video on Cardano, because in that video you actually took a successful short trade on the lower time frames. So you were short on the lower time frames, but your macro picture, you were still bullish on that. So explain to, well, the audience your thought process behind that particular trade. That was a really good video, by the way. So good job on that one.
Oh, thank you. And that's actually a good question. I should have actually started with that. So thank you for. Okay, so essentially the reason I think that's a good question is because I was receiving questions over the weekend on that. People were, hey Sean, if you're bullish on Cardano, why are you looking to short it? Do you think this is the top, etc., etc.? Questions like that, right? People were, because I posted a short opportunity video, people were like, oh, Sean thinks this is the top and Cardano is going to dump. Should I be selling on my bags? Guys, take a step back. Take a step back and realize that there's a big difference between trading the long-term trends on the higher time frames like the weekly and trading the lower time frame, right? If you're new to trading, you should just separate the two and don't mix the two, okay? Because you may very well see a trade opportunity towards the downside on the lower time frames, which will be completely in conflict with the higher time frame opportunities like on the weekly. On the weekly, Cardano is looking bullish, but we saw an opportunity on the lower time frame. I'm going to go ahead and link the video, or we should do the card thingy cushion on the top right hand corner. So go ahead and click the card on the top right hand corner. You'll see the video to the previous, a link to the previous video where we discussed a quick pullback opportunity on Cardano that you could have played either way. You could have looked for a short trade like I did, or look for a pullback trade to add to your position, or just enter the trade if you missed out, right? So many ways to look at it. But remember, technical analysis is about probabilities and things happening and playing it to either direction, because as traders, we need to know how to make money in either direction. So that video, guys, was more for the professional traders, people who are looking to learn how to do this professionally, consistently over the long term, and not so much for people who are just looking to hodl for the entire cycle. And hey, that's fine. I completely understand. There's a huge opportunity there too. But just understand that, guys, there's a different mindset and different techniques to everything, to both ways of doing things, and don't mix the two. So to answer your question, Kusha, I'll just do a quick recap on what we talked about, but in that video, but it'll be better for people to just go ahead and watch it because it was very educational. And it depicted both, right? How I had an initial thesis that went wrong and how I was able to switch very quickly. So I'm on the 4-hour time frame, Kusha, and you're probably seeing a falling wedge coming in from around 8 July, right? All the way down to around 9th of July, right? We had a falling wedge on the 4-hour time frame, okay? We were looking at the falling wedge, and at the time, I was looking for this to break towards the upside, okay? And see continuation. And it did break to the upside. But we had a key horizontal coming in at 1350 that we were watching. And I believe the 10 SMA was over there too. I'm pulling up the mango ribbon. Yep, there we go. The 10 SMA was there too. So what did we see? We were anticipating either a rejection or continuation. We got the rejection, unfortunately. Now, I was leaning bullish. Because what did we do? Had a falling wedge down onto the 21 EMA Tenkin, right? Bounce, broke it to the upside, but we broke back down. Now, that's when I flipped bearish. Okay, I was wrong. My thesis was wrong. And as a trader, this is something very important to learn, guys. Knowing when to admit you are wrong and profit from being wrong. Right? Now, I did not lose anything from being wrong on this trade because I was already in a long position all the way from the bottom over here. But because I was wrong, I was like, if I'm wrong, there are other traders who are wrong too. And there are other traders who probably took the trade earlier than I did. Okay, later than I did, somewhere around here. And they are going to need to get out of the position. So they add to the sell pressure that will follow through if this breaks down. And where were we looking for this to break down? I could have taken the trade right over here, gotten gung-ho. But that would have been too early at 1344ish, 1345. I looked for the safer, quicker trade, and that was off this major horizontal right over here at around 12,080 Satoshi or the 21 EMA. So guys, go ahead and watch that video and understand why I did what I did. And we are looking to take our profits above the Kijun, right? I think I specifically said I'd be putting my take profit above the Kijun, and hey, what do you know? It actually came and wicked off right above the Kijun. And some of you might be asking, Sean, why above the Kijun? I actually got this question too, and this has just come from experience, guys, where I've placed it directly on the Kijun and I've ended up missing the take profit, right? So from over and over and over again missing my take profit, I eventually have learned that hey, it's slightly above the Kijun is your best bet, and hey, it works for me, may not work for you guys. Gotta backtest everything you do. So in and out, guys. And again, remember what I told you guys, I'll be looking to take my profit off the Kijun, and this may reverse to the upside. Why? Because the trend on the high time frames is up, and this is where it all comes together, guys. Combining the two and mixing the two only if you know what you're doing. Because if I stayed short and got gung-ho for the big win towards the downside, I would have not only lost that trade profits, but I've also lost the opportunity towards the upside, lost my position, and probably turned that winning trade into a loser trade overall. So always keep in context everything, guys. The higher time frames usually will step in and turn a trade around. And hey, that's such a quick recap, Krisha. Did I answer everything, or do you?
Yes, you did. You did. That was it's a good way, and that's a lesson. That's a lesson, by the way, for even hodlers to, if you are hodling, if that is your strategy, you have no business looking at the 4-hour time frame.
Exactly.
Okay, like don't screw yourself over if you are a hodler. Okay, zoom out, especially in markets like this. It's trending up. Zoom out and look at how we're closing candles on the weekly time frame.
Well said, Krisha. Like, I should
this is a lesson to all of you, because yes, he took a successful short. The short panned out, but the higher time frame stepped in and took this baby up again. So exactly. Yeah, watch out for that.
In fact, guys, you guys should watch the previous video we just did on Chainlink. It will be uploaded very soon. In that video, I discuss how even though I have so much experience trading, I am trying to not look at Chainlink on the lower time frames at all, which is why I've not been doing videos on Chainlink as much, because when I do the videos, I'm forced to look at it at the lower time frames. Even me, with my experience, I'm avoiding that mistake I'm invariably going to fall into by looking at the lower time frames and getting tempted to overtrade. So if you guys are hodlers, so when it comes to Chainlink, I am trading it on the weekly time frame, which is as good as hodling, right? Because it takes a long time before I make a decision. I make a decision on Chainlink only once a week. That's it. I add to my position during the interim, but in terms of exiting, I'm not going to exit unless the weekly tells me to. So watch that video and understand that even I in a way, when it comes to Chainlink, I'm hodling a long-term position, right? So understand what you guys are doing when you guys are taking a bigger trade, and don't let the lower time frames shake you out, okay? Yes, it's going to be painful sometimes, but that comes with it, guys. You got to take the punches if you want to get the big wins. It's as simple as that.
Yes, sirree. But now let's get into the TA. What are your thoughts on do you have targets, Sean?
This is supposed to be a quick video, so much for that. So let's start with the daily. Actually, Krisha, we already discussed the weekly. The weekly is looking good. We're looking at that major level at 1350, right? But I do have a another horizontal at around 1385-ish, Krisha. That is a horizontal on the daily level. I'm looking for Cardano to come down there, and in fact, it does look like we're coming down there right now. Let me go ahead and delete these trend lines. Okay, so yeah, I was looking at this yesterday, this major line. I was hoping for Cardano to close above it. We did, so that is looking good. The daily is looking really, really good. This kind of looks like a bull flag that has broken towards the upside, coming down to retest the bull flag. We may have a bull flag measured move over here that we could go ahead and look for. And what do you know, that is coming up to 1900 Satoshi. Krisha, if you go on with the weekly, you're going to see that the last time Chainlink broke out. Ooh, wow, this is some major confluence here. I'm actually drawing this bull flag for the first time, and the last time Chainlink broke out of this region away, this neckline away, Krisha, it shot all the way up to 1900 Satoshi, and this bull flag is pointing somewhere just around there, 1900 Satoshi. Damn. So there's some confluence to be had over there. I'm excited for this. Okay, so now going back on to the daily, we're looking like we are about to test that. This would be a good time to be looking to add to your position, but I'm already fully positioned on Cardano. Very, very tempting right now. I'm going to switch back on over to the 4 hour very, very quickly. I won't point something out though to all of you. Okay, on the 4 hour time frame, it's not as clear to be adding to your position. Okay, because we are putting in lower highs against a major candle close resistance on the 4 hour time frame, coming at 1450 Satoshi, coming in to test that major level right now at 1389. Yes, but I will not get overly bullish on this until we close a 4 hour candle above 1450 Satoshi. Over here, it does look like you're putting in some sort of ascending triangle, Kusha, on the 4 hour. Do you see it?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, it is beautiful. It is beautiful, and I am leaning toward. I'm biased, guys. Keep in mind, I am biased. So be very careful with what I'm saying. Be careful with any YouTuber saying. But I'm leaning towards this eventually breaking towards the upside. I do think we may come and wick off the 421 EMA. Ooh, we already have the 10 SMA, the 21 EMA coming in at that junction there. This is getting really, really tempting. Kusha, I want to end the video, go ahead and add to my position. But no, I will stay disciplined. But guys, these are the kind of trades, right, where you will know you are wrong very, very quickly and be able to flip position if it does come down to it. Okay, so let's go ahead and discuss where we are wrong. Very, very simple over here. Very simple. If we break this trend line, guys, right over here, coming in at around 1371 average, we'll be losing this rising trend line, losing the 10 SMA, losing the 21 MA on the 4 hour time frame. And I'll be looking again for the same trade towards the Kijun, and perhaps even continuation if we break this level over here, coming in at around 12,024 Satoshi. Ooh, measured move towards the downside would be, let me go ahead, and I wonder if it lines up with the 200 moving average. No, it doesn't. It's coming in at, these horizontals right over here at 1100 Satoshi. Kusha, I do want to switch on over to the 12 hour time frame very, very quickly, because there it is. The 12 hour time frame is pointing towards the Kijun at around that level. The red line here, guys, is the Kijun. It is coming in at around 1100 Satoshi. I'm going to hide the horizontals quickly, and we can see that the 21 EMA Tenkin is the... Is that the buy opportunity, the 21 EMA and Tenkin, Kusha, on the 12 hour? What do you think?
I'm looking at just that. I don't know. I think it's going to be tricky because the thing is that you can see a trend line coming in from price action going all the way back to July 5th. There is a diagonal line that it forms, like, the bottom of the symmetrical or ascending triangle.
Yes.
So I don't want to see that break. In confluence, another thing with that is the 10 simple moving average, which is sitting in line with that 1350 SAT region. I don't want to see a close. It's weird. There's too much confluence in terms of these critical lines of support. So one is the diagonal, one is the horizontal at 1350, and in addition to all those two lines, we also have the 10 simple moving average. So it's like a really thick cluster there. If we lose that, I think we're likely to come down to the Tenkin. That is going to be the next critical level, in my opinion.
Kusha,
is that going to be a buy opportunity? I'm not sure. We'll have to kind of wait for what price does there.
I think that would be more of an exit opportunity to sell the bounce, to be honest. If you're
it's too quick. The thing is that the Tenkin has been holding, Sean. Look at it would depend.
Look at the Kijun. Like I'd be looking, if you want to play the trend on the weekly on this one, I'd get a little greedy on this and look for this to come down towards the Kijun. Because that's lining up the measured move off the break of this ascending triangle too. So I don't know. The best situation would be this, guys. If we just don't break and we hold it, okay, then that's the easy trade, and that's the trade I like. Because if we do break that, there might be easier trades for me to try for, and I just go for the easy trades. I go for the stress-free trades, and I have to reassess. But yeah, the easy trade is for this to bounce over here, break towards the outside. Of course, the do nothing trade, right? Just sit in your position.
Yeah. No, it is the easier sort of, not the easier. I can't say easy, but I'm going to say that is the macro picture right now. The macro picture is bullish. We did clear a major horizontal. And if you look at just historic price action, the next level is only sitting at what Sean said, 1700 sats. So that is still very much on the books. That is the easier trade, in my opinion.
Kusha, looking at the daily too, the 21 EMA and Tenkin are coming in at that juncture at around 1100, 1200 Satoshi. So we don't want to be losing that trend line for sure. But hey, Cardano, remember guys, in a bull market, things can get picked up at levels you don't expect it to. So again, trends keep going. And that's why I'm a trend trader, because it allows me to not think about these things too much. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. We can do a quick summary on the weekly. We're looking good as long as we hold this juncture over here above around 1300 Satoshi, give or take. I'm not going to get too exact. That's the weekly. On the daily, it's trending up, trending strong as long as you're holding this wick of around 11,999. But to make it clear cut, we don't close candles underneath the 21 EMA and I was about to say Tunkin, the 21 EMA and the Tenkin juncture right over here between 1100 and 1200 and 1100 Satoshi. Cardano still can keep going and going and going. That's the daily. On the 4 hour, this is where it gets really interesting. We have a beautiful ascending triangle that seems like it wants to break, but Krisha, I do not like when things get this tight, and this one is tight. This one is getting tight. So now when I look at the entire picture, whoa, maybe we break down. It's if this, then that. I know a lot of people watching these videos may not like that kind of answer, but guys, over here at Mango, we are traders first and hodlers third. Second is, I don't even know what, but there'll be something that comes in before hodling. But we are not hodling Cardano anyways. But I'd love to hear your thoughts on why we should. By all means, I know it has a huge month coming up, but that's not a reason to hodl, right? When I'm looking to hodl something like I do Bitcoin, it's because I'm looking to hodl for years and years and decades to come. And over here, guys, it's if this, then that for us. Break towards the downside.
Absolutely.
And looking towards that daily 21 EMA, break towards the upside. And I'm actually going to be looking for this to go all the way up to 1900 Satoshi. Kisha, any final thoughts?
No, that's it. I think you've covered it.
Hey, my name is Sean Dexter. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Throw a like, throw a subscribe, leave a comment down below as to what video you guys want Krisha to cover next, because she'll be doing the next one. See you guys very, very soon. Bye.
Ciao, guys.